Hello everyone, Cynthia here. I have a mini book that I wanted to share with you all. There is quite a story behind it, and I'm going to try to make this video not an hour long. So let me just start by telling you that about a year and a half ago I had done a class over the summer just for like my friends for a faith book, and we basically made it like a summer-long event. Each week they would come and I would give them another page to put together. And because I teach in women's ministry, because I teach women's Bible study, I'm always looking for neat ways to keep the women connected over the summer and whatnot. And that was really a fun, very busy event. Anyway, what happened was a year and a half ago or so that I was going to do it, one of the ladies in the class was going to take the class over the summer, and her husband had an emergency job in Mexico, and so she couldn't do it. Okay, that's the backstory. Well, her name is Lupe. She's an amazing, amazing woman, amazing godly woman, and a couple of years ago, I guess about 5 years ago now, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. She fought it, she beat it, and yet a couple of years ago, unfortunately, it came back and it came into her bone. And for the past 2 years, I've watched this woman handle radiation and whatnot with amazing grace and faith. Anyway, while she was on vacation with me and some of my friends in Tahoe, she asked us about a lump that was above where the other one had been removed, and we didn't know. When she came back, she had it looked at, and sure enough, it was cancer. It was a different kind of cancer, and then on top of that, there are 3 spots of cancer on her liver. So, needless to say, it's been an emotional roller coaster for her, certainly, and for those of us who know her and love her and have watched her handle this awful thing, that her trial, this amazing, awful trial, but she's handled it with the most amazing beauty and grace. Anyway, so she was getting ready to leave for a trip. She found out about this when her daughter was getting married, literally 2 weeks before her daughter got married, and decided to wait to have the surgery done when she got back. And so she had the surgery done this Monday, and because she wanted to do the Faithbook album with me so desperately but couldn't, I racked my brains trying to figure out, what do you give her? Anyway, I basically took the mini album that that I had already created and blinged it up, and my 2 friends, Lauren and Alice, were very helpful, and we basically put this together in a weekend. And so let me just walk you through it. Now you know the story of why this album was made and the purpose behind it. I would love for her to chronicle her faith legacy. So let me just start with the cover. Okay, this that you see here up at the top, that whole kind of cluster area, let me just start by telling you that the reason I put it there, okay, which is not very normal for me. I'm normally like the bottom, the bottom left kind of girl. I was done with the album. I had been working on it for 6 hours. I was exhausted. It was Sunday. I needed to give it to her on Monday. And I spilled paint. The paint that I painted this with, I actually have paint underneath there. And I was like, okay, honestly, I'm just going to have to cover it. And that's how that happened. And so I just kept sticking a whole bunch of different kinds of bling. Listen, I know some people are great about telling you what the product is. I'm sorry, I can't tell you. I just don't know. I have some stuff that I've had for years. So even gluing this guy down right there, there's a spot of paint underneath that pearl right there. But this whole area here was a blob of paint. And the paint that I basically painted this with, this is, I get asked about these all the time. This is from Want to Scrap. And they're like $1 on their website. It's Want and then the number 2 Scrap. And they even, for $1.50 up to 10 letters, you can make your own words. It's such a steal. It really is. Obviously, this is the Mariposa line. She loves butterflies and birds as well. And so I still had some of that left over from when I had taught the classes. There were like 15 or 20 ladies in that class. And then really the closure, just so you know, the closure is a piece of grunge board. I really had to think hard about how I wanted to do this. And the closure is basically a snap with a piece of grunge board. I didn't want anything too complicated. I really didn't want anything too fancy because I really felt like there was enough going on and I didn't want to detract from the cover at all. And then I basically put this in here, and everything that I chose for this side over here is significant. She is daughter to the king. She's daughter to the King of Kings. Time is, of course, very precious. And so I just chose these all based off of what I know about her. And then this was actually silver, and I kind of grunged it up with alcohol inks the best I could. So that's what that is. Fabric from Joann's, one of my favorite fabrics. It's actually an upholstery, and so I just kind of, the best I could, you know, put colors that I knew that she would really like and appreciate. So that's the front, and that's the back, and this is the front. Okay, now this does tell a story. Okay, so let me explain the story. Basically, each week I created a different layout based on the aspect of faith, based on the aspect of our Christian walk together, okay? And so you open this up here, okay? And on this side, now it's totally blank, so none of her pictures are on there yet. I actually just got this back from her. I went to go visit her since she's now back in town and had her surgery to remove the lump on Monday. And so I asked her if I could take this because I did not have time to record, and I know several people wanted to see it. All right, so basically what I did was, this is titled What Makes Me Tick, okay? And the idea here is that she's going to put tags, she's going to write on these tags, just honestly, just who she is, maybe where she was born. I remember on one tag I put like food that I like. It's just who she is, okay? What makes her tick. Now on this side is pretty empty because this will be, it's cut right here. And what will happen is she will put a picture of herself right in here, okay? And then Lupe is an absolutely amazing artist. And I cannot believe that it was like the 11th hour and I happened to find this. I couldn't even tell you where I got it from or how long I've had it. But I love it. Life is a great big canvas and you should throw all the paint on it you can. And I love it. And she texted me and said, I'm throwing paint on life. And so anyway, a big picture of her will go there. Now, just to give you an idea of what I mean, let me grab my book, which is not done. Oh my gosh, which is not done, okay? Mine looks a little different. I'm still working on mine. This is like, look, my cover isn't even done. I have mine with a chain, a little different than hers. It opens like this, okay? And it does, based off of the colors, have a bit of a different feel. But to show you what I mean, see, that's what I'm talking about. So that's what she'll wind up doing. She'll wind up putting a picture of her in the front, and ultimately it will wind up looking something like that. And then, see, I put my writing already. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about, just so you know why I left that whole area blank. All right. Moving on to the next page. Okay. This one is life-changing dates. It might be the day that she gave her heart to Christ. It might be weddings. It might be her baptism. Who knows, right? But nevertheless, life-changing dates. Now over here is a sparrow. I'm sorry. Did I just say that? That's not what I meant. It is a, oh my gosh, hummingbird. And when we were out in Tahoe, there were hummingbirds that kept coming to the feeder over and over and over again. And she painted several of them beautifully. And it kind of became her theme. It kind of became her symbol while we were out there, which kind of spilled over into now. And so she's been collecting these hummingbirds. So the way I made this is, here is life-changing dates. She could put pictures here. It really doesn't matter what she desires to put there. And this says, the purpose of life is a life of purpose. And basically she'll open it up. She'll put several pictures in here. Okay. And so really, to me, I love all those beautiful mini books that are out there. But I really want to make sure when I make a mini book, I can put pages on it. I'm sorry, I mean, I can put pictures on it and record stuff. And so that's important to me. So I wanted to leave plenty of space for her to record important events. And then this is just a tag that actually slides back in here, okay? And then this will tie back up. All right, so that's that one. This one is Make a Joyful Noise. Let me see. Can I back this up a little bit? Nope, wrong way. Wrong way. Let me see. There we go. Okay, better. Now I can get the 2 pages in very well. So this one says, make a joyful noise. And the idea behind this is, it says, make a joyful noise unto the Lord. Come before his presence with singing. And that's from the book of Psalms. And so really, oops, my little guy is off there. I gotta fix that. That's how unprofessional. I have to fix that guy. Anyway, the idea behind this is she'll put some pictures and this here as well. And the idea is really that certainly in the Christian circle or contemporary Christian circle or whatever, we love our worship music. And the idea is for her to put down maybe lyrics that move her, or, you know, something like that. For instance, on my pages, I know I put like, It Is Well With My Soul is my favorite hymn, but Shout to the Lord is one of my more favorite contemporary songs. Actually, now at this point, it's not even contemporary anymore. And then let me tell you what I did with this. This was, this is so funny. This is actually a hairpin. How well can you see that? It's a little blurry. This is actually a hairpin, and I colored it with alcohol ink, and then I took like a music note, right? I just printed it off the computer and cut it to size, stuck it in there, and put some crystal lacquer, and that is really what I used to just stick these guys together, and I think it just kind of adds a little something to it. All right. Okay, the next page. This is actually one of my favorite pages. This one is 6640. So 66 books in the Bible, and there's believed to be 40. There's a couple that we don't know the authors to, like Hebrews, right? So basically this is just, you know, a Bible, and it's up here. It says, your word I have hidden in my heart. And so I just kind of tore that and stuck a little heart down there, and she'll put a picture there. Love this ribbon. I can tell you right now I got that from Walmart. And then over here is a poem about the Bible that says, the Bible stands like a rock undaunted mid the raging storms of time. Its pages burn with the truth eternal, and they glow with the light sublime. The Bible stands though the hills may tumble, will firmly stand when the earth shall crumble. I will plant my feet on its firm foundation, for the Bible stands. And it goes on and basically continues in that rhythm. And if you like that poem, just look up the Bible stands. And I actually think it is, or was a hymn. And if it is, I can only tell you I didn't grow up with hymns, so I don't know the hymn, but maybe some of you do. Okay, now here's the thing. Again, remember me telling you that I am really all about getting as many pictures on a page or whatever as you can without making it look cluttered. So, you know what, let me just show you. I was going to explain it, but let me just show you mine. The way I did mine is like this, okay? Can you see that okay? Yeah. All right, so this is a picture of me, right? These are 3 of my favorite Bible verses. And then what I did, because I teach Bible, the way I did it was I wanted more pictures about it. And I went on the internet, found some very cool printables, right? Like that. And this is off of Pinterest, and I have to tell you, I love this. I actually printed it out for my son and stuck it on his wall because it's true. It's very true. Speak the truth even if your voice shakes. So that was an important one for me. And as you can tell, you know, she's going to be able to put on hers whatever she wants. So my 3 favorite Bible verses: the Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my strength, in whom I will trust. And so I put that one. I also put, and we know that all things work together for good, for those who love the Lord, to those who are called according to his purpose. And then my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. And so that one's mine, and then she'll be able to also put her in here. So it's on this side. Why I did that, I don't know. Okay. And then the next one is worship. Now, know this, okay? Worship is different. You would think worship would be the same as, well, what was the point of the one with the music notes? This one is more about your church. Where do you worship? Where I worship is a big part of my life. I have some friends there, and we do social things, and, you know, so this would really be, or at least what I had in mind. She can do whatever she wants, but what I had in mind was maybe pictures of you and your pastor, or people who you serve with, or whatever it may be, or teams that you serve on. And so I left plenty of room for that. These are some tags that she can journal, or pictures, however she wants to do it. Here, and again on this side. And then when you pull it out, the sky is right here, so a little bit of bling. Bling is always good. Sorry, bling is always good. And then on this side, it's a mini book. I put this really pretty ribbon here. This side is a mini book. I do know that this is Spellbinders. And again, like I said, I'm just not good at saying where I got everything, but that's definitely Spellbinders. And then I put this verse there, Psalm 95. Oh, come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before the Lord our Maker. And then you open this, and I put like a little church there, you know, and then there's some tags here, you know, and again, she could put journaling. She's leaving her legacy of faith. And so I wanted there to be plenty of room to write or put pictures or whatever. And so that will go like that. It ties back up and goes back in there. Okay. All right. This one, you know, I know you probably don't believe this one, but this one killed me more than any of the other ones. I made it in my gypsy, and it just killed me getting it together. For some reason, I couldn't really make it happen very well. It was a lot of tiny little pieces. But the story behind this one, it's called Pillars of My Faith. And everybody has someone, or, yeah, really, everybody has someone who talked to them about their faith, or possibly, you know, for instance, there's Pillars of Faith, heroes of faith, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And so the idea behind this is, I don't have mine in yet, because like I said, mine's only halfway done, even though it's been a year and a half. But the thought behind this is that we'll put a picture there, right, of maybe your mentor or something like that, somebody who shared Christ with you. For me, my mentor is my friend Debbie. She has mentored me for years, and she has been just a huge part of my life. And what I did was I actually made this in the gypsy, welded it together so that when you close it, you know, it's like that. So the picture will go here, but you'll be able to see it like that, okay? And then I just took a stamp. This is this, you know, that background is a stamp, and this is like a crackle stamp, just to kind of make it look a little more authentic, right? And then these pillars I also, you know, cut out with my Cricut, okay? And then on this side I just embossed it, cut out some swirls and some more flowers, and put a tag there because, you know, I don't want to waste any space. And she could put a picture here. She could put 4 pictures here, whatever she wants, and then there's always room there. Okay, so pillars of faith. All right, I do have to say that this is probably my favorite of the layouts. Okay, I don't even know how I came up with this. I really don't, except I knew that I wanted something that talks about how we use this is laying funny, how we use our gifts that God gives us, you know. And one day I was basically just trying to think of the layout for the class, and I'm like, well, the thing is, God gives us the gift, and then we're to use that gift. So ultimately, this is kind of how I came up with it. It's a little different than mine, but I made these boxes by hand. They're probably maybe 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little more than 1/4 of an inch deep, okay? Like this, right? Okay. And then the idea is the tag says, to Lupe from Father God, because this is the gift that God gave to her. So my gift is teaching, and oh my gosh, hers are too many to mention, but she is amazing. And so you unwrap the gift, right? And it's just a small box. You can see the depth there. And then what I did was I purchased the, I mean, I could have made them. I had plenty of paper, but it was so much easier because I had done the class for a bajillion people. I basically bought the Mariposa cards and cut them to size, right? Chose a couple of them. And in here, she'll be able to write about or show pictures of her gift and what she has done with her gifts. She's very talented in many ways. And this ties back up, right? And so the gift is from God, and what you do with it is your gift back. And then this is one of those Tim Holtz dies. And what I'm doing with mine is I did not glue it all the way down. I'm sliding the pictures or whatever underneath, okay? And there's a verse in the Bible where Paul talks about, well, if I have all these gifts but I have not love, then I'm like a clanging cymbal. And so the title of this page is The Greatest of These is Love. And then what she will do is on this side, again, I just made a vellum pocket, and I just left plenty of room again. I just made some tags and decorated them a little. And I just left 2 things here for her to purposely left them plain so that, first of all, there's plenty going on in this page, and second of all, so that she can put pictures or journal or whatever it may be. And those go in here. And then this line, this sticker line, I don't even know where I got it, but it was so perfect. It was so perfect. Here was another one. It says, all the art of living lies in a fine mingling of letting go and holding on. Sorry, that's a hard one for me to swallow. And then finally, it ends pretty much how it started. And there was a purpose for that. I knew I was going to do that from the very beginning, because you start out with what makes me tick, okay? And you end for such a time as this. And for such a time as this is found in the book of Esther, where Esther has to rise. She has to take a stand because she has been placed in a position of power to help her people. And so I ended it with for such a time as this. And basically, again, just put some bling and some flowers and tags and, changed it up a little bit. And then this side is different. The way I did this one is this is a journal tag that actually will slide out, but that is a journal tag. And then I doubled this guy right here, okay? And I put a chain there, and there's the bird, okay? And then she'll put a picture here as well. Now, mine is finished on that, and I will show you a very cool picture. It's one of my favorite pictures ever in my entire life. I went to Israel with my girlfriend, Lauren, and we were at the Western Wall, and she took a picture of me, and I put my title for such a time as this on here, and I didn't know that she was taking that picture, but she did, and so I'm thankful for that. But I was praying, and she caught a really sweet picture, and so anyway, that is pretty much it. I'm thankful that I got to put this together, and really thankful for the ability to do a craft that leaves a legacy. And so many times I think that we get so wrapped up in the tchotchkes, the gadgets, and I love the gadgets. I love them. I do. But I think so many times we get caught up in making a masterpiece that we forget that the whole purpose behind it is to leave a legacy. And so I am going to sit with Lupe now that she is back from the wedding, and now that she has had the surgery on Monday, and she is going to be facing a road in front of her, and so I'm going to sit with her. She has a ton of beautiful pictures, and I'm going to sit with her and go through, basically what I just said, and help her put the pictures in the book. And, I've made other minis before. I think I may have shown you only 2 in all of my minis that I've ever made. And there's a reason, because I feel that there's so many absolutely stunning, gorgeous minis out there, and minis are not my niche. They're not. And I love to look at them, but it's like they're just, I don't know, I guess first of all because I am like, I just want to catch up on my scrapbooking, but I do make minis. And the reason I asked Lupe if I could have this back to make a video of it is, first of all, some people had wanted to see it, but second of all, because I do feel that this is a mini that I haven't seen a Faithbook mini. I'm sure they're out there, but I've never seen one. And it's funny, we call them minis, but I'm sorry, 8.5 by 8.5, how is that mini? So that's pretty much it. And so I thank you for bearing with me as I've rambled a little bit, but I think it was really important for you to know the story behind the album, and how very thankful we are to really need to be for the time that God has given us. And even when there's a battle ahead of us, we really should be thankful for the people in our lives who love us and who we love, and are there while we journey through the trials of life. So she has a beautiful family and a team of people who love her and are going to be there and are going to fight with her. And either way, whatever it is that God decides for her when her time is, the Bible's very clear that only God knows our days, the numbers of our days. And she has a beautiful family and friends who are going to love her until that time. So thank you for journeying with me as I ramble a little bit about somebody who I absolutely, positively adore. God bless you guys.